So Valorant is about to get a massive update. It's right around the corner. I believe at the time of me talking, 20 hours from now, everything should drop. So I thought I'd overview it since we got patch notes. And then as the content rolls out, I'll make specific videos on every specific thing coming out. But let's talk about the patch notes. And of course, the very big one, which is the Bandit, the newest sidearm coming to Valorant. So this is what they say. Introducing the Bandit, a precision sidearm with one tap headshot power for those that want to steal some rounds on a budget. The Bandit lands right between the Ghost and the Sheriff, offering more diversity in light rounds, whether choosing to focus on agent abilities or focus on gunplay. The weapon class is a sidearm. The price is 600 credits. There's no attachments. Bullets per magazine is only 8. Ammo in reserve is 24. Reload timing is 1.5 seconds. Equip timing is 0.75 seconds. The wall penetration is medium. So putting it between the Ghost and Sheriff makes a lot of sense, because if you don't care about the silencing power of the Ghost and the higher magazine size, you can go the Bandit and one tap away while saving credits compared to the Sheriff. But if you need the high wall pen, you're needing to spend that 200 extra credits for the Sheriff. It honestly sounds like a really fun gun. And here we have further stats that sort of, I understand what's going on here. So 0 to 10 meters, you'll one tap no matter what. 10 to 30 meters, you'll be one tapping if someone has a light shield, which is really good as well. But then 30 to 50 meters, you're only one tapping with no shield. So literally very first round, if you get it, you should be one tapping most of the time because the max someone's gonna have is a light shield. So it makes sense. It's very well positioned for the eco. You know what I mean? Very well positioned. With that being said, one tap to the head and then one body shot, even at 30 to 50 meters, is solid. So it seems like it's gonna be a fun gun. It seems like it's gonna be a fun gun that is quite accurate, but a slower fire rate. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to try it. Now, when it comes to wall penetration, Valorant wants to reduce it, so you can see that they're adding barricades on these locations. We've got Haven, Corrode, another one on Corrode. So we've got new barriers to reduce wall pen and like wall spam. That's pretty good. I approve of that. But so much more is going on. I'm going to TLDR it super quick, then we'll go through details just in case you want to just get a quick TLDR. So first of all, replays are now available in custom games. Fantastic. The hidden MMR system has been updated to improve match quality. So they're saying that there's a ranked rework, literally. Breach, Brim, Harbor, Teo, Sage, and Vice all got balancing updates. Breeze is back, and it is reworked so aggressively that RR losses will be reduced by 50% for 2 weeks on Breeze. There's the new game mode called All Random One Site. We'll jump into that. And on top of that, there's of course the new home screen, lobby, UI, etc. We talked about the Bandit. We talked about the new wall pen. So some stuff we already jumped into detail because they're too exciting to wait for. But as you're watching some Battle Pass leaked footage in the background, we will expand on some of these big changes. I do want to mention that Conga, while showing the Battle Pass thing, pointed out that it looks like they went through the extra to do aim down sight of the Sheriff. I don't know if they're actually adding an aim down sight to the Sheriff or that's just for the skin, because it looks like a weak aim down sight. But anyways, I just wanted to mention it because he mentioned it and I think it's interesting. So changes mentioned that you can't really expand on is, of course, replays now available in custom swift play and standard matches. Very good for creators like myself, and obviously good for you guys as well. The hidden MMR update, it just says we've made changes to our hidden MMR calculation that should improve match quality and help bring more consistent experiences match to match. Considering my like New Year's video was like me going on a huge loss streak because of inconsistent matchmaking, I will be investigating this very closely, especially because I'm in the mid ranks like a lot of you guys. We've got some good quality evidence to study. All right, I'll be investigating, don't you worry. But from there, let's get on to the agent updates. They're pretty important, not huge but important. Now in the background, you're going to be seeing the new reworked Breeze. All footage is thanks to Conga, not as a source, but this is his edit. He pauses and also zooms in on stuff. So huge shout out to Conga. But instead of going into detail, I'm going to read out the agent changes as you see new Breeze because there's so much going on. So you're going to get double whammy. Let's see if your TikTok brain can keep up. Listening to patch notes while seeing new Breeze. Breach has been underperforming in high level play. So we're adding power back to him, hoping for better reward precision and coordination. So his flashpoint, his projectile increased 20%. That flash gonna be zooming, bro. That flash gonna be zooming. Fault line width has increased from 7.5 to 8 meters, so it is bigger. Harbor's new abilities hasn't made the splash they were hoping for, so they've also buffed Harbor. Storm Surge Explosion no longer requires line of sight to near sight and slow players. That's pretty big. The explosion windup has decreased from 0.8 to 0.6, so it'll be popping up quicker. Slow duration has been increased from 0.6 to 2 seconds. Okay, that's crazy. That's like basically 4x. That is nuts. Or I guess 3x. That is nuts, dude. That is nuts. Reckoning, slow duration increased from 0.6 to 2 seconds. So you are slowed so much more. So much more. Sage's buff is just that the healing orb has an updated targeting. Taeho, though, does have some changes. So special delivery has been nerfed from 4 seconds to 2.5 seconds when it comes to the concuss. But then they've added damage to the explosion of special delivery, where the maximum damage at the center is 35 and the minimum damage on the outside is 20. The stealth drone reveal type has been changed from a snapshot reveal to being fully revealed. Pulse radius decreased from 30 meters to 16 meters. So they're making each ability have a greater impact, but tightening how easy and how much it does that impact. So that's interesting. So I don't know. These are interesting changes to Taeho. So we'll have to see if that... I'm not a Taeho player, so I don't know. I'm going to be eyeing it, but I can't say I can give input. I don't want to give input where I can't. Vice has been slightly underperforming after the recent changes. We know she got nerfed to the ground. So Steel Garden, the radius has increased and the width has increased. So Steel Garden, so the ult will just, you know, be more reliable. I don't think that's enough, honestly, for Vice. I honestly don't think that's enough. Breeze rework is huge. Some of the footage you've been watching in the background is, again, Konga's edits. Of course, he's finding the footage from other sources, but like it's Konga's edit, so I gotta give him credit. Breeze looks insanely reworked. That is a lot. That is an entire new map, and honestly, I'm thankful it's an entire new map. They want to keep some long-range fights, but then intensify the way you can take map control, and honestly, as a little bit of a snaky Yoru main, I think I have a lot of ways to play map control. It's going to be interesting. It might be frustrating for players. I'm not too sure. It might be frustrating. But yeah, Breeze is in. Competitive and deathmatch. Sunset is out. Competitive and deathmatch. Overall, super interesting. They're also adding a brand new game mode. It is limited time, but it is interesting. So let's talk about it. Yeah, you're still studying Breeze as you're hearing other stuff, but like there's a lot and I don't want it to be a 3 million hour video. So yeah, new game mode, introducing all random one site and all new fast-paced 5v5 limited mode. Your agent changes every round. You fight for a single site. Loadouts are free and abilities recharge throughout the round, while high-value ultimate orbs are scattered across the map. Get ready for the ultimate chaos. So the mode details, you get a random agent. You're assigned a new random agent every round. No duplicates per team. All agents are available regardless of ownership, so good way to try out agents if you don't own them all. Single site, each round activates one bomb site with barriers blocking unused areas of the map. The active site randomizes each round. Active site is revealed during the buy phase. The available maps will be Abyss, Ascent, Breeze, Corrode, Pearl, Icebox, Sunset Split. Abilities, full ability charges granted each round at no cost. Abilities recharge throughout the round. For the ultimate orbs, you start each round at 0% ultimate charge. Ultimate orbs are placed around the map and grant 50% ultimate charge when captured. Kills grant 50% ultimate charge. Killed players drop ground orbs containing their accumulated charge, so you can like snowball your ult multiple times. Loadout, no economy. Select your loadout at the start of each round. Weapon offerings escalate throughout the stages as matches progress. Leaving, limited time game mode is snowball fight is leaving, so this one can replace it. So just to give you an idea, team deathmatch, you know, the loadouts you choose, the recharging of the abilities, ult, the percentages, etc. It's that format, but in a new game mode where there's one site and barriers block off the rest of the map and it changes each round. This is good. This is not bad. I've been wanting new, interesting game modes. Huge round of applause. I will make a small video on this for sure, just for fun even. This is great. It sucks it's limited time, but it's okay if by the time it leaves a new one comes out, they make a bunch of new game modes really rapidly in 2026 and then they cycle. So you don't need everything available at once. That can get boring. But if you have a bunch of interesting game modes that cycle, so that when I log into Valorant, I can see, oh, what's the limited time game mode right now? And I can play the ones that are very interesting. That's pretty healthy. They just need to add more and they need to add it quick. So I'm happy with it, but we need more. We need more. Then there's a bunch of bug fixes. There's the refreshed layout, Premiere stuff, blah, 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 blah. But I think I've touched on all of the major things coming to Valorant. Patch 12.0 will be insane. I will hopefully cover new battle pass, new skins, new sidearm, new game mode, and the ranked reset. So I've got like a few major videos to make. I'll be grinding it out for you guys. Look forward to that, but this is a good TLDR and it's good for me. I make these videos for me too, so I'm mentally prepared on what's coming and I feel fully educated, and hopefully you guys do too now. Let me know what you think about patch 12.0 in the comments down below. Okay, bye.